Barrier Fencing Supply is a fencing wholesaler and distributor based out of Supply, North Carolina. Whether you need fencing, fencing products, fencing accessories, or various other construction materials related to your fencing needs, we have the products you are looking for at today's most competitive prices around. Ask us today about bulk pricing packages. Call 910-269-8661. Contact us by email at sales@barrierfencingproducts.com. Barrier Fencing Supply, proud supporter of the Voice of Victory Lane podcast.
Hey, good evening, race fans, and welcome back to another inside edition of the Voice of Victory Lane podcast. I'm Kip Thompson. Hey, we just heard from one of our big sponsors, Barrier Fencing Supply, out of Supply, North Carolina. Huge supporters of our show, and we're super excited to have them on our team. Tonight's show is also being brought to you in part by Atwell Exterior Services, Trevor Atwell and Team Atwell Racing out of Greenville, North Carolina. We're going to hear from them as we close tonight's show. So, welcome back to another Inside Edition. It's time now to check in Reedsville, North Carolina. Hey, it's one of our first-time guests. He picks up his third win of the 2023 season this past weekend inside the Carolina Bull Ring, also known as the Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Tonight, our special guest is Dalton Jacobs. Dalton, good evening, my man, and welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. Excited, to have you on the show. We tried to do this earlier in the year, and things just didn't pan out to work out for us. But, you've been in Racing for Heroes Victory Lane 3 times inside Fayetteville Motor Speedway, a place that kind of was home for me. I was like, man, I got to get this guy. So congratulations on the win Saturday night. Let's talk about it. It was kind of crazy there a little bit, the rain falling. It was really kind of crazy for me. I started you guys qualifying 3 different times, to try to get this thing in. And, man, you were, it's something special to be fast when you unload, fast when you hit the track, and still fast when you load it back up, man, because you kind of walked away with him in that 11 ride.
Yeah, we had that thing pretty good, and it was tough trying to get that thing in there last night or Saturday night with Dave and everybody. They done a great job getting the track ready and getting it rolled back in twice for us and be able to get a qualifying session in and get the race in.
Yeah, just, there's something special about, that little 602 class that we have down at Fayetteville. The class continues to grow. We got a lot of great drivers there, some young talent, with yourself, Chase Blackwell, Chase and Beasley, and seeing all the guys kind of come through there. And, really got to give a big, huge shout out to Morgan Johnson, the only female driver there. She had her best finish of 2023 season. But let's talk about the car, and how you thought the track was. And it really must have made a difference for you, man, because, once you came off the drop of the green flag, I mean, it was pretty much lights out.
Yeah, we were pretty good, and qualifying we was a little snug, we thought, and we made some adjustments before the feature, and I just knew if I could beat him out of turn 2, we could get out front and have a good shot at winning. He beat us to the corner, but we beat him off turn 2, and we had it from there.
Oh, yeah. One thing I'll tell you, I know that was really special Saturday night is to see you, to drive a race car like that. And to see, just a dominating performance. I just want to let you know that also you really, really touched a young guy, Saturday night, little Noah Morgan, who joined you over in Victory Lane. He was there. His dad's on the fire department. He drives a junior sprint, man. He's the driver of the 57N. We call him the Hope Mills Hot Foot. He really, really enjoyed being there with you, man. And you taking time to talk to Noah was very special to him, and I just want to let you know how much we appreciate that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. He got to join us for the first time in Victory Lane back in, I'm not sure the month, but it was back when that Makeup Speed Weeks race was.
Yeah, it was back in April.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So he's a really cool kid, man, and just very, very well-mannered. And, he's just getting started out. And, who knows, man, maybe you guys can connect on Facebook or whatever. You can give him some tips to show how you young guys can get around a racetrack real fast.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. That's pretty cool. Maybe we can get up there and watch him race one weekend.
Oh, yeah. Well, they'll be back in action at the Rockfish Speedway. I think it's September the 2nd. It's on a Saturday. Voice of Victory Lane podcast. We did a big show for those guys. We're part of sponsoring a big show for them. weekend before last, and it turned out really good. And man, if you were to show up, man, that would be real cool. I know he would really, really enjoy that. So let's talk about for the remaining part of 2023. You run. You got a super, you got the 604s, 602s. I mean, what's left, on the schedule for Dalton Jacobs Racing for 2023?
Well, this weekend we'll be at Cherokee Speedway on Saturday with the Midi 604s for 5,000 to win. And then the 602 stuff will just kind of stay around Fayetteville or go off to some of the bigger races. And the super racing, we're not real sure yet. We're just trying to get it figured out and see what we're going to do with it. Maybe run a couple races before the year's over with. And the 604 stuff, we're going to finish out the Mid-East points and see if we can't win them. We're leading the points in that right now and see if we can't hold on to that and maybe go out to Florida towards the end of the year and run some of those bigger races.
Well, that's awesome. So throughout 602, 604s, and you're trying to get, a feel for the supers, for Dalton Jacobs yourself as the driver for this team, what are like maybe some personal goals, man, that you have set for yourself, some things that you'd like to see you do at the completion of the 2023 season? I don't know how much can be left because for 2023, you already had a pretty awesome season so far.
Yeah, we got our first 604 win back in that Mid-East Mania deal for the $5,000 bonus, and we ended up winning the bonus deal, and that's probably the biggest thing I've ever won so far. And I just want to get another 604 win before the year's over with.
All right, well, we're going to wish you best of luck on that, and I know that I always look forward to seeing you guys when you come to Fayetteville. Hopefully you'll be back when we return again in 2 weeks, July 29th, back at Fayetteville, because obviously, it's one of our staple classes, and so the 602 late models will always be on our schedule. We hope to see you back.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's always a ton of cars there when we come down there. It's awesome to go somewhere and have that many race cars show up.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's just kind of amazing. Well, one, the young talent, but it's so consistent. I mean, we've averaged probably 18 to 20 plus for the whole entire 2023 season. Why, you as a driver, why is that, you think? What is it about the 602 crate late model that you think is becoming so popular, especially at Fayetteville?
I just think it's a great racetrack, and the people that put the show on do a really great job, and it's just always great racing there with the 602 stuff, and you don't really tear nothing up there. It's just always clean racing and good racetrack to race on.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we appreciate that, and we like to think of that being one of the best race surfaces in this part of North Carolina or this part of the world, and we take a lot of pride in that. And of course, we appreciate you guys traveling to come and race with us. So before we close out tonight's show, let's talk about some of the sponsors on your cars, whether it be the 7D or the 11B, all of those kind of combined together to kind of help this team be in contention to be in a position to win on any given Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, for sure. My crew, man, they work their butt off, and all the sponsors that get us there, Brad Benton Trucking, Applefield Farms, Bill's Accepted, CDMH Properties, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Farmers Transport, Hall's Mini Storage, Hall's Auto Sales, Hallwell and Plumbing, JSI Race Products, Lambeth Asphalt Services, Longhorn Chassis, S. McCollum Mechanical, Thacker Automotive, WP Racing Shocks. I got to think on my crew, my dad, mom, sister, just everybody that helps out, Austin, Joe, Carson, Al, just everybody that goes and makes that thing go around the racetrack. Thank Chase, Carson, Ferguson, Wesley Page, just everybody that helps.
Well, I can tell you, it does take a village, man. It takes an army to put on a race team, because you guys, pretty much every Saturday night, man, there's no Saturday nights off for your team, and you guys are traveling all over everywhere. And, one name you did not mention in your group there. What about the little mascot, man, the little lab, the dog that comes to the racetrack, which is always hype when you get in victory lane?
Oh, yeah, Lakin, she's a mess, man. She's wide open. She didn't get to come Saturday night. We left her at home with my aunt, and she's wide open.
Yeah, well, she's always a pleasure to see in Victory Lane. Or when I was down there anyway, she would always come up and I'd always get to pat her on the head and everything and see your whole entire family, man, your mom, your dad, your sister, the whole entire crew, man, just really, really nice people, man. And you're very fortunate to have being an opportunity, at your age to do what you do. And this, I know it's got to be pretty special because you're making memories, man, and you're doing it all with family.
Oh yeah, they all love it just as much as I do, and that's what it's all about.
Well, that's exactly right, man. Well, listen, we want to congratulate you on the third win of the 2023 season, and it took place this past Saturday night inside the Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Dalton Jacobs in the 11B 602 late model feature winner, and he's our special guest on our show tonight. Dalton, man, good luck for the remaining part of 2023 season, and thank you so much, man, for taking time to be on our show, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you. See you.
All right, my man. That is Dalton Jacobs out of Reedsville, North Carolina. I'm Kip Thompson, the host of Voice of Victory Lane podcast. As we close out tonight's show, we're going to hear from Atwell Exterior Services, Team Atwell Racing, and Trevor Atwell, that great group that just loves dirt track racing just like we do. Hey, we're going to hear from them as we close out tonight's show. And before we close, we'll do tonight just like every other night. Be on the lookout. We could be coming to a racetrack near you, and you could be who we're talking about next right here on the Voice of Victory Lane podcast. Good night, everybody.
Atwell Exterior Services and Team Atwell ride with a winner. Congratulations to Trevor Atwell and the team at Atwell Exterior Services in Greenville, North Carolina. Atwell is the top-rated roofing and exterior renovations company in racing country, and Team Atwell has sponsored so many great racing teams for years. Ride with a winner on your roof or on the track. Atwell Exterior Services. Atwell Exterior Services and Team Atwell Racing. Ride with a winner.